Hello, Stephanie here, part of Hockett Patrol. See, name tag and everything. Okay, let's analyze how Hockett's features are satisfied and dissatisfied in everyday life. First, let's define what Hockett features are. So, Hockett created 13 features to compare the similarities and differences between humans and animal communication. First, there's duality, which means that meaningless sounds can be formed into words and those words into sentences. This would be combining phonemes with morphemes. Second, there's productivity, which means that novel utterances can be made. Arbitrariness means that there's a lack of resemblance from the symbol to the meaning. Interchangeability means that anything that is said can be repeated, so there's no limits on communicating the message back. Displacement means being able to refer to things that aren't in the present, meaning they are outside of space and time. Specialization means that language is specific for communicating. Cultural transmission means that the language is learned socially and not through genetics. The oral auditory channel means that there's a speaker and what is spoken can be heard by others. Broadcast transmission means that the message can go in all directions and you can tell where the sound is coming from. Rapid fading means the message disappears after it has been communicated. Total feedback occurs when you can hear yourself speaking. Semanticity means that signals have fixed association and can be matched with specific meanings. Discreteness means that sounds are distinct.
No, I'm confused.
Now, Eve, remember to use the features we discussed to communicate.
Good cheese.
What is this lingo you youngsters use today? I don't know what that means.
Okay, so in the texting emoji instance, all the features that had to do with speaking were violated, such as the vocal auditory channel, broadcast transmission, rapid fading, and productivity. Total feedback in a way could have been violated, but she could look at her text. Duality of patterns, she made an attempt by combining emojis, but emojis can mean more than one thing, so semanticity was violated, but that also helped in arbitrariness, which was a good thing. In the creative little sign that Eve made, all the features were still dissatisfied that pertain to verbally speaking, but a difference was that she used words, thus resulting in a satisfaction of duality because the words could make a sentence.
What are you, a bee?
Where do I even begin with that awful dance? It lacked almost all the features except for arbitrariness. It was very arbitrary, and her way of portraying displacement was very interesting with that whole but total feedback, don't think she would have done that if she could see herself. In addition, the reason why Mary Catherine said, "What are you, a bee?" is because that's the way that bees communicate. They communicate through movement and dancing.
Voglio un panino con formaggio, per favore.
Mi despacho? Como no comprendo?
The scene where Eve asked for a grilled cheese in Italian made a huge difference to satisfying the features of Hockett because there's a verbal component. Because of that, the vocal auditory channel, broadcast transmission, rapid fading, interchangeability, total feedback, specialization, discreteness, duality, displacement, and productivity were satisfied. But because of the language difference, cultural transmission and semanticity were not satisfied. Eve was speaking a language that Mary Catherine obviously didn't speak. And also, arbitrariness was dissatisfied because she was pretty clear with what she wanted.
MC, make Evie, grilled cheese sandwich.
What are you, like 2 useful sentences?
Not too many features were violated, but arbitrariness and semanticity were still not completely satisfied. This is the closest, besides full sentences, of course, that Eve will get to satisfying all of Hockett's features.
MC,
Can you please make me a grilled cheese sandwich? Please.
Sorry, already done cooking and you didn't use all the features.
How do I use all the features then?
You can't.
Mary Catherine is right. There is no one way where all of Hockett's features will be universally applicable and satisfied. There have been critiques on Hockett's design, saying that he focuses more on the verbal components of it rather than the cognitive ability. He is particularly concerned with the oral auditory channel. This idea was supported through Eve's way of asking for a grilled cheese. She violated the least amount of features when a verbal aspect was added. Sign language is classified as an official language, but wouldn't be a valid form of communication in language according to Hockett, because there's no verbal component. This shows that no matter how you communicate, there'll be criticism according to Hockett. My job here is over. Now let's see if MC can make me a grilled cheese. Hockett Patrol isn't easy. I should have stayed in school.